So this is still section 11.6. I'm gonna move actually. I'm gonna do example 4 because it's easier. Example 4 and 5. So for example 4, we're gonna use a vertex formula. So if you're given this, it's a parabola. It's in this form, standard. And if you want to find the vertex, that's the formula right here. This one right here. So you would have to find the x value, the h value of the vertex, and then after that you can find the y value. So we're going to be using this. So based on this, we need to identify these two letters. So this is the I, remember. The B. So I'm going to put it here. A is equal to 1 and B is equal to -4. All you have to do now is substitute into the formula to find the vertex. So we're going to find the vertex using that formula. So we're going to put negative. It already has a negative, and then that B is another negative. So double negatives here divided by 2 times 1. So that would be positive 4 over 2, which is 2. So that would be the h. So remember, for vertex, this is how I look. It has an h and a k. So here we found the h. So h is equal to 2. We found the h. So now what's the next step? We need to substitute that h into this to find. And in different words, the h is basically the x. So this is also the same. I'll make the note here on the cloud, x equals 2. The h would be the x. So now, so this is another point, this one. So now, find k, which is this part. To find k, we're going to substitute that into that. So I'm going to put y equals, I'm going to make that a y just to make it easy. I'm going to rewrite it so that you know what I'm doing. So instead of x, I'm going to put a 2. 2 squared minus 4 times 2 minus 12. So 2 squared would be 4 minus 8 minus 12. So this is 4, this would be minus 20. So y is equal to -16. So again, let me put it into y equals to -16. So now we have the h and we have the y, which is k. Because this is the y value. K equals to -16. And we put it in the cloud. So y equals that, which is actually the k. So now we have both. We have, so the vertex, which is h and k, and we know h is equal to 2, and we know k is equal to -16. So the vertex would be 2, -16. That would be the vertex. And I think that's all they wanted to find. This is just the formula. With this. So you go from here, that's the vertex, use that formula using the a and the b, find the h, which is also the x, right? Now using that x, find the y, which is going to be the k. Because remember, this is x and y. This is the x and y, or the h and the k. Same thing. Okay, they just like using those numbers. Example 5. example 5 is just talking about the parabola. When it's opening downward, that value here would become the maximum value, and it would be this. The k of the vertex would be the maximum value. When it's opening upward, it has a minimum value. It doesn't have a maximum anymore, but it has a minimum, and it's again the same k. So if it opens up, it has a minimum value and it's k. If it's opening down, it has a maximum value and it's k. And we use this formula to find that. So they give you this application problem. A rock is thrown upward from the ground. Its height in feet above the ground after t seconds is given by the function. So this function. Find the maximum height of the rock and the number of seconds it took for the rock to reach the maximum height. So basically we're trying to find the vertex. Finding the vertex, you answer all those two questions. So we're going to use the same formula that I used, which is this one. And if you notice, they gave us A would be negative 16, and B would be A, which is negative 16, and the B, which is 20. But I'm looking to see if I have to divide it first. I think I have to divide it first. So 2/8. So I'm going to use that formula to find h first. Because remember, this is the h. And this is the k. So I'm going to find h. So negative 20 over 2 times negative 16. This gives me negative, so negative 20, and then 2 times negative 16, negative 32. These two negatives cancel each other. So h is equal to 20 over 32, which simplifies to 5/8. So the h is 5/8, which is this part. So we found the h. Now we find k. We're going to find k. So we're going to substitute that h into the original. This is where you might get confused. So h would be the t, because we're dealing with time. So let's put it like this. So we're going to have negative 16. So the 5/8 goes here, square, minus 20, and then again the 5/8. 5/8 like that. So this is, we're trying to find the k. So k is equal, k is a y, but they call it k, so I'm going to keep consistently using k instead of y or f of x. So when you simplify these, this would give you negative 16, that's 25 over 64. Plus, and this gives you, so this, if you multiply 25 times 5 would be 20 times 5 would be 100 divided by 8 and give you 25 over 2. Okay, this whole thing. And then, so k would be negative 25. If you simplify this, it gives you 25 over 4. I'm not going to simplify all of it. if I mean this one, oh, plus 50 over 4. Like that. So I'm just adding this. If you want to put it in the calculator, that's fine. I just have found the common denominator here, and it's going to give me 25 over 4. So I kind of skipped some steps. So maybe I should do it on the side. So 20, so at 100 times divided by 8, right? So when I multiply here, I'm going to put it on the side so that you guys don't get confused. When I saw this one, I got 100 over 8, which gave me 25 over 2. And this is the one to go here. When you solve for this one, so it was 16 times 25 divided by 64. This one gave me this thing. But instead of that, I just adjusted this. So let me, because I don't want to confuse you. So that'll give me that. So at the end, you would have this. And then you have plus 25 over 2, right? So this is where I found a common denominator here, which is a 4. And then I adjusted. So this one doesn't need any adjustment because 4 and 4 are equal. So the numerator stays the same. This one you have to multiply by 2, so that way it gave me 50, and that's why it gave me 25, right? Negative 25 plus 50 gives you positive 25 over 4. That's how I got it. So that would be the K. And we found our answer, so our answer would be H and K here. So the vertex will tell us the whole story. So it's 5/8 over 25/4. So what does it mean? It means it has maximum height. So remember, the K is the maximum value or the minimum. Since it's a rock, you're here and you throw a rock, well, it's gonna make a parabola like that. So it's gonna have a maximum value, pH over the K, which is gonna be the K. So this is the maximum value. You can write it down here. Maximum value would be this one. And what does the other number mean? The seconds. So this is the time. Remember, the t was the time, which is the x. So this is time it took for this to happen. Time in seconds. So that would be the answer. Time. So 5/8 of seconds it took the rock to reach a maximum height of 25/4. That's what it means. Thank you guys. That's it for today.